Hey, this is John Carlos, and several of the Avengers Hot Toys have come out. The last one I reviewed was Black Widow, and I liked it. Another! Ooh, thank you. Let's review Thor. And like all previous Hot Toys Avengers figures, I picked this one up at Corner Store Comics. The packaging is consistent with all the other Avengers figures in the Hot Toys line. Right out of the package, he comes with closed fist hands, 2 open palm hands, 2 relaxed hands, and then 2 fists for gripping the hammer. And he also comes with another grip hand, which you can use to hold the Tesseract travel device. And of course, he comes with Mjolnir. Let's see how easy the cape comes out with the body. Oh, very easy. Now, unlike the Black Widow and Captain America figure, which virtually had no ankle joint articulation through their boots, this one has the bottom boot as a separate piece, which allows for a greater range of stability with the figure. Overall, I really like the quality of the costume. As usual, I'm very impressed by all the mixture of different materials, from leather to implied plastic, the metal of his arms, the cloth around his gauntlets. When I took the figure out of the packaging, my first impression was I was really impressed by the folding of the cape. But upon closer inspection, I noticed this little wonky bit right here that's not quite as tight as all the other ones. In fact, it's more noticeable on this side. In fact, when I try to kind of straighten this seam out, it just keeps popping back as if there's extra cloth there or something. Can't quite get it to stick. But aside from that little bit, the cape is still pretty cool looking. Now let's take a look at the head. Sometimes I feel like a broken record in each review talking about how their face sculpts and painting are incredibly lifelike. But just take a look at all the paint on the surface of this head. I mean, it reads just like skin. But between the beard, his eyes, the furrowed brow, I mean, it looks like Chris Hemsworth, looks like Thor. I dig it. And here's a closer look at the hammer. And here's a closer look at the cosmic cube, also known as the Tesseract, in the transportation device used at the end of the Avengers. You can connect this other end with the Loki figure. If you're going to get the Thor figure, here's a few things that you need to know. The instructions tell you that his arms only have a 90-degree range, and they do. So if you're wanting to bring his arm like above his shoulder, it's not going to happen, so please don't force it. Another note is the little red cuffs here give you some resistance when you're putting the hands onto the wrist joints. Compared to some other Hot Toys figures that have gone on much easier, this one just requires a little bit of patience and just a little bit of pressure, and you should be good. I'm really happy with how this figure turned out. I'm a big fan of how Thor looked in the Avengers. I liked his longer hair. You know, aside from a few misgivings about the cape coming out a little wonky, which I'm sure if you have some crafty tailor friend, maybe they can help you fix this. Aside from that little cape issue, I'm really happy with how this turned out. The costume turned out great, the face sculpt is awesome, and even though he has limited accessories, his accessories are awesome. I mean, I'm never gonna get tired of playing with this.
John, put the hammer down.
You want me to put the hammer down?